Ladies and gents, people of Earth, welcome to a new episode of Laz Vic Live. I'm your host, Laz Vic. Tonight we have a very special episode with a great comedian and podcaster, friend of mine, Mr. Anthony Quinn. So come on in, grab a drink, grab some popcorn or whatever you like to eat. Let's start the show. Anthony Quinn.
What's happening?
What's going on, my man? How are you doing? Welcome to Laz Vic Live.
Please don't ask me how I'm doing, man. I'm too old and round, dude. I'm here with you. I mean, I just made it, dude. I just made it.
You just made it, Anthony Quinn. We were on together. We were having our technical difficulties, but we figured it out, dude.
We had a lot of quality time together. We had a lot of time to just, bro down before this podcast, and it was good.
Yeah. So how you doing, my man? How are you?
I'm good, man. Like I said, I'm a kind of a miserable little discontented brown man, but other than that, now, the world's falling apart, dude, so I'm good.
The world is falling apart, isn't it? And speaking of the world, Anthony, there was a reason I had you on, because you had me on your Quinspiracy podcast last week, and I had a great time. It's not your typical podcast. It's called Quinspiracy, and it really hits the nail on the head because it's all about conspiracies.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, like, I asked you the question, are you a conspiracy guy? And right away people bug out when I ask them that question. But really, most people are a little bit of a conspiracy guy. They just don't know it,
Yeah, most people believe in one conspiracy or another. Some are more extreme than others. So how'd you arrive? Are you a big conspiracy guy? Is that how you arrived at creating this podcast?
When I first started the podcast, I was more into conspiracies. But I was always kind of, I was intrigued by them. And then there just became a conspiracy boom where everybody just exploded along with YouTube and all this stuff. And it just made everything so different. And the term conspiracy is so different now. It's, nobody wants to be associated to anything, with conspiracy in the sentence.
Yeah.
Actually sharing my podcast too, because it's called Quinspiracy. It doesn't get any views because it has Quinspiracy. It's like this conspiracy.
It's shadow banned.
Yeah. And just like my other one's Food Addict. It's got addict in the term, in the title. So I'm batting 1,000 here, buddy.
So you have another podcast that's all about food and your addiction to food.
Yeah, it's really more about my life, but my life is centered around my compulsion to eat, especially at night. I have a real hard time.
We share that.
So I talk about it like if I'm in your house. Like if I'm in your house, I'm not going to take your money. I don't want your gold bars, but I'm probably going to drink your fucking syrup. I'm going to be up in your sandwich. Shit. Yeah, I'm going to check. I'm going to know about your refrigerator, and I'm going to know about you. It's going to tell me stuff about you.
Oh, wow. So you are a refrigerator kind of sort. A refrigerator can tell us a lot about
Oh, yeah, right? Dude. Your cabinets, too. I can tell everything about you.
It's like you're reading the tea leaves.
Yeah. Well, I'll be eating the tea leaves. Yeah.
So have you found anything interesting? Like, what's the most interesting thing you've ever found in someone else's fridge that surprised you or told you something about that?
I was dating this woman, and I swear she went out to eat a lot. And every place she went to different places, and every place had couscous. And all she had in her fridge was like leftover couscous. And I was like,
a lot of couscous.
Dude, man, what's up with the couscous?
That's so weird, Anthony, because I just had couscous tonight. And I never have couscous, bro. What are the chances?
Mackerel, dude, I was watching the UFO trials today, man. Probably has something to do with that, man.
Yes,
probably has something to do
trials. With that. Yes.
Aliens are always
we're there.
In,
we transition. Give me your take. What do you think?
They poke in and they poke out.
And they turned themselves
dude,
around.
It's all bullshit, man. If you look at the people that are doing the trial, I mean, the guys, all he says is, I wrote the one comment down. I can't comment on that in public.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, I need a private. Like, it's, and then
So you think it's all fake? All of this is a
I
big
don't,
show
I
for
don't,
us?
I think the dude, the one, especially the one pilot guy, I think is real. I think he saw something.
That guy's very convincing, isn't he?
I don't think he's lying.
Yeah, I don't
because
think
they like asked him. He had every opportunity to be a nutbag, and he wasn't. He was very like, you know, straight and forthcoming. He was like, they were like, has anybody threatened you or treated you bad? He's like, no, everyone's been very nice to me.
Yeah, and he's been like, yeah, he's very straight edge, and you can tell he loves his job, and he's like.
But the other guy, the guy that was like left the government agencies, he was like, I get threatened every second. I'm getting threatened right now. Hold on.
He's very paranoid. Yeah.
Hold on, I'm threatened right now.
Yeah, are you talking about David Grush?
Yeah, I don't know names. I don't even know what
the main guy you're talking about.
Yeah. There was
the one that has the Jim Carrey like mannerisms and stuff.
Very dramatic. Very dramatic.
He's like, do UFOs exist? He's like, he's up and down. He's very like. He's like, I'm telling you, we saw UFO crashes. There's biologicals. I don't want to use the word alien. It's non-human.
Non-human. This is what I always say, dude, is show me a dead one. That's it. Show me a dead one.
You just want to see a dead alien.
Show me a dead. I'll take a left nut of a testicle. I mean, of an alien.
All right. That's fair.
I'll take a pinky. Give me a pinky.
A pinky.
Give me an alien pinky.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I agree with you.
Dude.
You would think.
Don't just give me some douche in a suit. That's what you give me for everything.
So what do you think
Everything you fuck me over with, you give me some douche in a suit talking about it. And that's what you just gave me today on the UFO hearings. You know, I don't believe them. There's no aliens. I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah. Did the government confirm aliens exist?
I took those away from you, right? I know you want your aliens, dude.
Listen,
I'm going to get you a Jurassic Park t-shirt for Christmas.
I want my aliens. I want them to be real. Of course, I want them to pick me up and take me on a magic carpet ride.
I know. But, I mean, dude, if they were real, they'd be everywhere. We'd know them. You'd know why they were
on the beach with an alien.
You'd know why they were here. You'd be able to go see, look, there's an alien. Did you see the alien?
Learn about.
Yeah. You'd be able to, like,
her likes, her wants, her needs.
Yeah.
Right. No. I think that, I used to believe a lot more in UFOs until all this started happening, Yeah.
You said that the other day on the podcast, and that's it. Well, when does the government ever tell you something, buddy?
Yeah. And I'm thinking,
but now?
And I'm so happy Joe Rogan, out of all people, pointed this out, because I was talking about this the same day. He questions the News Nation news channel. It came out of nowhere, and it seems like a production. And he says, he's like, if the government wanted to put together a news...
Is that the News 18 or whatever?
It's called News Nation, and it's the one right here. It has the picture of it. It's the one playing this.
Yeah, I saw one that said News. It said News 18 or something.
Okay, well, the News Nation people are the ones that have been covering this the most. They've broken the stories, and it seems all very contrived, all very perfectly put together. This news channel. And it's like all over the place. Like it used to be CNN was playing all the time. CNN disappeared and got replaced by News Nation overnight. It's like some 1984 thing.
CNN's not on anymore?
Dude, CNN is on, but they're like aren't they going bankrupt or something?
Oh, I don't even know. I do. I haven't had cable in fucking years.
See, there you go. That's why they're going bankrupt.
But, I mean, if you listen to my podcast from years ago, dude, from when this stuff first happened, I said it from the day in the pandemic when they released the information about it. It was old information. It was stuff that they already had.
Yeah.
Everybody knew about it. It's garbage. There's no aliens, dude. And if there was aliens, they're not going to be in some ship that we can even comprehend, and they're not going to look like us.
Yeah, someone had that theory I saw online also. Like they travel like 1 trillion miles only to crash on the last mile. Like, are you serious?
Do you hang out with the cockroaches under your fucking refrigerator? Is that what they want to come hang out with us? They want to probe us? Hey, look, that's a dick of a guy that can't do anything.
Okay, so
we want his sperm now.
Having that said,
they want my sperm.
Anthony,
they want my sperm.
Having that said,
them,
where
my
do we go? What is the
strong.
end game then? What do you think is the end game? What do we?
It's just distraction, dude. It's what they always do. It's distraction.
Mm-hmm.
God knows what they're trying to do. They're probably doing some kind of real estate deal or some shit. Who the fuck knows? If you're somebody who wants to really know what's going on, listen to everybody. Listen to people like us. Listen to people above us, below us. Listen to every piece of information you can get about it. But I can tell you this: if it's something that News Nation, CNN, Fox wants you to know, I can tell you it's probably not good for you. It's probably not good for you, and it's not trying to help you in our best
interest, and that's a sad thing that's happened. You know, at some point in our history, we just decided to do things against each other instead of for each other.
What's this we? Don't put me in the same fucking category.
Lumping you in there, Anthony.
No, me and you are not with them. They did it, buddy. Not we. You're such an optimistic, sweet guy. You're ready to take.
I'm really not optimistic.
You are a little bit though. Like that's like for you're like taking like the hit for them, man. No, it's them, not we. It's them. They've always run stuff, and I'm not getting too serious. I'm just saying
it's I get you.
They had that fucking conference today. We weren't there. We weren't there.
Yeah.
If I was there talking about UFOs, we would have had a nice conversation. Right? People would have been laughing. I probably would have gotten laid at the end. You know what I mean?
All right. So it's all bullshit, and we don't know what the distraction is. Is it the digital currency that's coming up now? Is it the war? Is there going to be a new war? Who knows? But it's like all very intriguing talk with all this alien talk we're having lately.
Yeah, I mean, it's like real estate deals. Who knows? Like when there's stuff that you can't figure out that they don't want to talk about, it's because it's like a real estate deal or some kind of like thing they're trying to do to merge corporations or merge this or do this or it's nothing, it's nothing fantastic.
Yeah.
Man. Life is fantastic. Life in front of your eyes is fantastic. It was a beautiful day today. There was all kinds of fantastic.
Call me optimistic.
I'm saying I am. There's all kinds of fantastic things to see outside.
I'm optimistically pessimistic. That's what I am.
He got mad because I called him optimistic.
I don't like being called an optimist. So Anthony, for the audience, my small audience that doesn't know you, tell us about yourself. You're a comedian. How long have you been doing comedy?
I got the comedy bug bad, dude. I've been back for about 7 years now, and I hit it hard. I pretty much wherever there's a microphone, I chase it down. Boom. I'm pretty much a featured comic. I'm not quite a headliner, but I have 2 podcasts. I've been doing both podcasts. Food Addict, I started in the beginning of the pandemic. Quinspiracy, I was doing a couple of years before the pandemic.
Yeah.
So I've been doing podcasts for quite a while now, and my podcast, I keep it real, and I don't. It's comedy though. It's very goofy. My podcasts are goofy. No one's looking for me for truth, man. And honestly, if you really want to find truth, the best way to do it is to be goofy about it. It's to laugh about it.
I agree with you 100%.
And try to be level-headed about it. And that's what we try to do about. I've had people come on my other podcast, Food Addict, about serious food addiction, problems, serious issues, and we joke about it, and we don't make fun of them, but we make light of it. And then it helps us, and then people can identify with it. And I don't know if it helps.
They can relate to it better. Yeah,
they can relate to it, and that's what we're trying to do. Is relate to people and make everybody feel good, and
Yeah.
I ejaculate several times when I listen to my own podcast, so it's cool.
Great. Is that the food one or the Quinspiracy?
It's mostly the food one.
All right, great. That's a great transition into our next story. Paul Reubens, Pee Wee Herman actor, dies at 70. After a private bout with cancer. See how I did that, Anthony? See how quick I am? No, of course, all respect to Pee Wee Herman. He was a big influence on me when I was a kid. This guy was one of the few that made me guffaw, laugh from the stomach. You know what I mean? He made me laugh from the stomach. I'm not talking about just Pee Wee. I'm talking before Pee Wee, dude. In the Cheech and Chong movies, He steals every single scene he's in. Let's watch one of my favorite scenes from back in the day, the Cheech and Chong scene.
I'm sorry! I'm sorry!
That's enough, Howie. That's enough, dear.
I'm
That's
awfully
just fine.
sorry.
That's fine. Now, boys, all the money is here. Come along, Howie.
Sorry.
And I just want to apologize to you again and tell you how I'm sorry I am
terribly
about the
sorry.
mistake. And
You're
if there's
sorry.
anything at all I can do for you, please don't hesitate to ask. Come along, Howie.
I'm
It's time for your
sorry.
lobotomy.
I love this.
I'm not sorry!
I
Say
just
that
said the
again.
guy
So,
was
so,
talented.
so you say you were
I said he
where?
was talented. The dude was talented. I've said it a bunch of times, and you know, it's. I think he'll be. Most of what I've read though has been very appropriate about him.
Yeah.
And they mention, even if they mention a little thing, they're actually saying like it doesn't really matter because
Yeah.
he kept his private life very private. Like no one even knew he
He
had
did.
cancer.
He was very private. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's the way to go. That's
So
the way to
big
go. Why
shout
would you
out to
tell?
Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Do the tequila dance this week if you can. Watch some of his clips. Watch his movies. They're
Lucifer.
amazing. I mean, I feel bad for anybody that didn't grow up with him because he was amazing.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, and they had that clip of Lawrence Fishburne as the cowboy.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Cowboy Carl, I think it
Yeah.
was.
And the original show on HBO. Have you ever seen the original Playhouse HBO special?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Man, that's a classic.
That's what got him the show. Yeah, that's what got him the show.
a real, the
Dude,
real show.
And the thing is, he created it. He co-created it. He was he was innovative, and some people have some criticisms about the guy, but he entertained the hell out of me. I'll tell you that much. He entertained that.
We
When you're an
officially
entertainer,
have
you're trying
10
to do
minutes
what you
left on our Zoom call.
Whoa,
So
whoa.
let's
You're
go to
trying
our
to
last
limit.
story. A flashing X was installed atop the San Francisco headquarters following Twitter's rebrand. A city complaint says the sign went up without a permit. What do you think of this new Twitter? Are you on Twitter?
I'm not. I never got on Twitter, and
Good
every
for
time
you,
I was
dude.
about to get on it, people were like, "Don't get on. Don't get on.
You're a rare breed.
You have emotional problems. Don't get on Twitter."
Yeah.
What do I think about this? I think I think Twitter always. I never heard anybody say, "Hey, I got this good thing from Twitter. This good thing happened." All I ever hear is like, "Oh, somebody said something terrible on Twitter."
It's
Did
like
you hear what happened on Twitter?
toxic, yeah,
So
a
yeah,
toxic forum.
I didn't think I was going to get booked by it or it was going to help
Yeah.
me in any way. So
I never really got into it either, dude. I opened a few accounts and I tweeted here and there, but I never read anyone else's tweets. Like, I never bothered. I was like, why would I do that? And then I figured, like, why is anybody going to read my tweets?
I was going to say,
like,
I think if you were really famous and really big, then it would be cool
I
to
guess so.
tweet
Yeah, if you have a big
right?
following or
like,
something.
yo, peace, love,
Yeah,
Lucifer. I'm
yeah.
Anthony Quinn.
Yeah, you're right. And so I found it pointless. I mean, there's no photos. Now there's video and stuff, but it was like the train left for me.
It's honestly, if I could do away with social media, I wouldn't even be on it.
If you could do away with smartphones, would you do away with that?
I mean, I would if I could find a way. I mean, I'm almost ready to accept the chip at this point. Yeah, I am. I am. I am. It's like, I'm thinking, what are they really going to control? What?
Yeah.
Maybe they'll make me work a little better.
Can you imagine if we all just stopped using smartphones? They would panic.
I'll spell better, dude. For the first time in my life, I'll get the I and the E right.
It's been a long time since
It'll
I've
help my
actually written.
dyslexia.
I mean, I think I wrote a check last week, but that's the extent to my writing these days.
Oh, dude, yeah, I had a job a year ago where I was having to write reports a lot and stuff like that. And there was this book you had to write in. You had to log everything for the day. It was like a residential counseling job. And yeah, my handwriting was so terrible. It always was bad, but I haven't written, I haven't had to
it's been
write
a while,
anything.
right?
And so long, I'm like trying to spell. Like, there's no spell check on the page. Like, where do I hit the spell check? There's no spell check. There's no, and that's when people really know you're stupid. When you have to fucking write shit down. That's the thing. You have to make excuse for yourself. Yeah, I didn't have enough coffee today.
Oh man.
Usually I spell the right.
Same thing. I'm left-handed, so it's like chicken scratch. It looks really, really bad. You know, it's
Oh, you're left-handed? Oh.
Yeah, it's embarrassing when I write.
What are you, a musician too? You probably can play that. You a musician?
No, not at all. I can't even hold a tune. Nothing.
You probably could be though. If you're left-handed, you could probably be a musician. You probably are.
I'll try that. I'll pick up a guitar. You never know. I could be.
Yeah, you probably are. You probably have alien DNA.
It's too much of a hassle to find left-handed instruments.
What are you trying to say?
That's
I got alien
stressful
DNA.
enough. You know what I mean? Anthony, my friend, I'm so happy you came on tonight and
dude,
did the stream.
I am too. Yeah, I am too.
I appreciate it, dude. This was a lot of fun. Like I said, I had a lot of fun on your podcast, so I have to have on mine. So thank you so much for coming, dude.
Fun is good. Fun is always good. You want to have fun, you know?
Exactly. And you have a interesting way of conversing, so I appreciate that, my friend. You throw the ball back.
I get, yeah, man. They call it long-winded. Somebody said, yeah, you have a strong personality.
There you go.
I said, yeah, that's the nicest way I've ever been called an asshole. There we go. Strong personality.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Anthony Quinn for coming on the show.
Thank you, buddy.
Anthony, where can they find you if they're looking for you?
I'm at the.AnthonyQuinn on Instagram, the good-looking guy. You'll see my picture right away. Anthony Quinn on Facebook. Join me in my almost full account. Absolutely. Great. Quinspiracy is my podcast. I'm on all the platforms. Food Addict is my other podcast. If you search Anthony Quinn podcasts, they will both pop up and you'll be a happy camper.
There you go. You got his name right there, Anthony Quinn. Search him up. Listen to the podcast. Leave him a message.
I say my name a little bit.
Say that again.
I said I say my name a little bit.
There you go. You only say your name a little. I'll say it for you. Anthony Quinn of Quinspiracy, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. And we'll see you on the next Laz Vic Live.
Cheers.